And hello there, everyone. Osage Orange here, and welcome to another episode of Titan Quest: The Loot Grind. We are here on episode number 163 of this series. Do appreciate everybody who's come out. Hope that your guys' time zone, whatever your guys' time zone is most wunderbar. So on the agenda for today, we are going to, of course, be doing a return to Lord and Lady Grind. But I just wanted to show you a couple things that I picked up doing some stuff with the gold transmuter in Gadir. A couple new items. We have Turquoise Bow, which has 25. In this particular one has 25% pierce damage, plus 25% pierce damage, 45 to 63 poison damage with 3 seconds, 10% poison damage with 50% improved duration, 15% poison resistance, and plus 1 to all skills and hunting mastery. And the other is Phoenix. 200 to 211 damage, 47 fire damage, plus 50% fire damage, 84 to 288 burn damage over 3 seconds, plus 50% burn damage, 70% fire resistance, 150 plus 150 health, and 50% health regen, and grants the skill of Heat Shield. That's, of course, associated with Earth Mastery, so that is a thingy thing. So just want to show you guys that off. So I'm going to go ahead here, of course, and start up the land server for Lord and Lady Grind. Got Lady Grind over here on my laptop on standby, ready to join the server. So let's see. Lord Grind, host multiplayer, LAN. Go ahead and get him booted up on his bit. Okay, we are, of course, here in Glauberg. Alright, so let's see. Now the server is up. Should be able to see it. There it is. Yep. Confirmed. Oh, and another thing. Did a little bit of reorganization stuff with Lord Grind here. So we now have not one, but 2 Bludgeons of True Sight. So we're dual wielding. We'll still need to get another set of Legends of True Sight. So we've got this up. There we go. She just popped in and nudged us. At first I was thinking, what the heck? What the heck? And then I was like, oh, duh. Alright, so let's see, side quests. All those done. Boom. Main quest. Power of Nerthus. Need to find the 4 ancients: Ancient of Soil, Ancient of Wild, Ancient of Lake, Ancient of Sky. And of course, let me double check Lady Grind here. She is, those still are, oh, duh. Yeah. I was just wondering, I looked on the main quest and I was like, on hers, I was like, why is there no Atlantis on the main quest? And then, duh. It's a side quest thing, so. Oh, yeah, she shows up as Correctus. Alright, so. Let's make sure that I have spoken to. I've spoken to both, Tutorigos and Yelva. So, let's see here. We'll go, excuse me. Let's go ahead here and, we'll go ahead. Let's do the I was thinking to myself, where's Half Troll Guy? Where's Half Troll Guy?
Oh, hello. Where are you going in such a hurry? Cultists? Oh, yeah. I think I have seen them, but they don't really bother me. I'm happy here with my bees, and they are my friends. Sometimes there are bears here too, and they aren't my friends, although they're friendly when they have honey. Only, I wish they wouldn't eat our honey. Um, since you're out in a boat, could you check our honey? 2 portions should be ready, or maybe not, but you'd be my friend if you could go and see. Especially if the bears are. It's okay, I understand if you want to leave. You people are rarely friends, you just want to take the honey. We'll be fine, right?
Alright. Figure why not go ahead and stupid base. Quickly with Lord Grind here. Come on. Let's quickly pick that up with full of gooey golden gooness. Hopefully I'm remembering that right. I don't mind doing a little bit back and forth. Especially given the fact, it's not that long of a trip back and forth just for one character.
Oh, you brought our honey. We want to help you too. After the big rocks, head toward the sunrise across the great field. This is where the hooded people come from. But don't go where the sun does not go. That is a bad place, so do not go there.
She doesn't need any money right now, so she obviously got the better little bit right there. So what? So what? I'm doing better. Come here.
Hungry.
Hi, Hungry. You didn't steal so much. You might be able to do better. Bill rises. Those jokers.
Go, go, go.
Stop, stop, stop! I have to do battle awareness. And what? That's battle awareness.
The cabbage is cold.
Um, Defense mastery. There we go. My brain was going. Duh. Put my portal stone there and quickly take care of these jokers.
So what?
So that Lady Grind isn't caught in a death cycle. Or is not as likely to be caught in a death cycle. Come on. I know I technically don't need to do it like that, but I much prefer to have Lady Grind at least have some sort of quote-unquote waypoint. So is that she, when we come with her later on, we can of course more quickly and more easily see where I need to go. Oops. Honestly, I would like to have my well, maybe I have something considered, but we'll see where we. I think we might be close enough level-wise to get some good stuff. Hydra Wade. Doing myself a disservice, not doing that.
Toughen up.
I'm already toughened up. Excuse me, but it felt good. Gosh darn it, I'm thinking about Rumpelstiltskin from Once Upon a Time again. I remember it's, for time I had season 1 on DVD. Thinking about getting it in, thinking about getting it on, I know I haven't seen the last season. But,
The cabbage is cold.
oh well. I'm thinking potentially about getting it an old digital version. That way I can, watch it on my, pull up my tablet and, like, well, because of course I like to read, I've talked about this before, and, But I'm thinking about perhaps, maybe, like say during my lunch period or breaks at work, instead of reading, perhaps, watching the series. I do need to get into reading more when I'm at work. I do at least try to do some reading. But a decent part of what I do is, at work, like the last few months, has become, oh, hello. Careful before I bring up Lady Grind, these widows. That's got me thinking back to the Black Widow film. And we got to see not more of Natasha Romanoff's history as Black Widow, and it was God, what's her face who plays Natasha? I'm blanking out. But she got to, come back and reprise her role as the Black Widow we know, and basically Florence Pugh played. God, I'm forgetting her character's name, but she was another of the Black Widows. Those of you who know the Red Room, who don't know anything about MCUs, the Red Room was where a bunch of, especially during the Soviet era and into the 90s and all that, a whole bunch of forget the guy's name, but he led the Red Room, and he trained up a whole bunch of female assassins, each called a Black Widow, and so the other dame, played by Florence Pugh, was one of Natasha's sisters. And as I remember, I've only recalled seeing that film once when I saw it in the theater, and Cliff Barton, Hawkeye, it's one of the ladies who helped co-lead the Black Widows. It was either the mid or post-credit scene, and they went to pay homage to Natasha at her gravesite. I think it was in upstate New York. Said, I know the guy that killed Natasha, and of course it's Cliff. And this is the guy we need to get revenge on for killing Natasha. Of course, went and got to see Florence Pugh play Jean What's-Her-Face in Oppenheimer. And then more recently, Gene Tatlock. That was it. Gene Tatlock. I was trying to remember. It was Gene something. And then it was Princess Iluran in Dune Part 2. And I just loved it when I got to see Dune Part 2. The fact that let's see, let's go ahead and portal this. Yes. Then, yes. And this is one of those. There we go. Don't know why it was doesn't want to come through the way it should have, but you know, when Paul sends forth his challenge, it's not quite that way in the book. I had to go double check. In the novel, it's a little bit different, but in the film, at least, he said Paul challenges the Emperor directly, and Iluran and Shaddam having this meeting with some of their Sardaukar, and they receive the message about, you know, the essentially the uprising on Arrakis, and they you know, when Shaddam gets the message, you know, he throws it down, and then Iluran goes and picks it up, and, you know, both of them are like, what the hell? You know, she has this, you know, she's all dolled up for her bit. Oh, come on, Lady Grind, do your thing. Forgot to, with her, and I forgot to put down her portal, because we got Lord Grind's portal right here. It'll just be easier to have portal back. Easier to do it like this. Have her pick up her silver plate. Come on. There we go. The server is thinking. The server is thinking. Or at least my laptop's thinking. Shows her there. There we go. Okay, she should have it. Still need to get... Yep. She has it. Good. Quickly head through up. Yep, she crashed. Lady Grind crashed. Lady Grind crashed. Well, I have to reboot then. Just a second. What's weird is that it's up. I was about to say it still shows her on the server, and then of course, as I was trying to say that, Lady Grind has left the game. So, LAN, join. Well, at least we got Imhotep, not Imhotep, Lord Grind, back here to the fountain before Lady Grind decided to kick the can. Okay, good, good, good. She still has the silver plate thingamabob. Wunderbar. So yeah, she picked up the message that Paul sent to her father, Shaddam the Fourth, and and she, I it's one of these things is that I remember that she starts reading the message, and her father started reading the message, and the then he throws it down, and we kind of do the mixie up here. Let's quickly make sure we clear the path here. Because I want to make sure that, because the Nixie right there, she's not going to be able to survive long past the water, and if I'm having to bash baddies, it's one of those tricks that we learned, early in single player. It's always easier to do the clear the path first. It would be interesting to, as I've said before, it would be interesting to have sort of an anime adaptation of this game. Sort of stuff like that. Let's quickly clear out these Mixies and Sisqueens out from this area first. And we'll portal down Lady Grind. Portal in Lady Grind. Come here. Stop being. Let's clear these gals out here, and then we'll do the said I really need to take a look-see at the switch I got, the router switch I got. Really get to that set back up, because we have things not as conducive to the situation as could be. So. For the laptop, at least. So now that Lady Grind is there, what we'll do... oh, that's an idea. That's an idea. Let me bring her down here. And what I can do, have Lord Grind run back. Make double sure that the path is clear. These Billwise is here. There she is.
Human! You shouldn't be here! Your kind has been encroaching upon our land for long enough. But you helped me. Maybe you're not as bad. You could help me even more. My pond has been drying out. It's disappearing every day, and with it, so am I, much to the joy of those nasty Billwises. I wanted to leave and find a new home in the great freshwater lakes, but I can only be away from water for a limited time, and these malicious devils won't let me pass. But would you help me yet again? Would you help me yet again? The lakes! We did it! Oh, human, I am so grateful. My sisters may still not be friendly, but this blessing will protect you from their magic. If you are wise, you'll use it to return safely to your home. The lands ahead belong to the goddess. I advise you not to set foot there.
This is interesting. We each character has to lead their own version of the Nixie. There we go. Alright. So let's go. I'm gonna, with Lord Grind here, need to go find the Carofwin, wherever it is, wherever it's lurking. You might as well go and get that quest out of the way. Excuse me. I mean, technically I know I don't have to, but I'd rather get it out of the way, you know? a black area moved out of the way there. Oh, you guys want to fight? We'll fight. Gotta be here somewhere. Hello. It always varies at its location where the Hero Flynn is, so obviously it's going to be somewhere in there. Hello, where in the heck are you, Hero Flynn? I know you're supposed to be here. Dude. Where the heck is it? It's supposed to be somewhere in this area. Teleport Lady Grant. We'll just leave that side quest unfinished then. Thought it might be something, a little bit of fun to do there. Okay. Alright. So long as we have it left to do, I guess each character will have to perform it independently, but that's okay. Oh, Stop your heavy breathing, son.
For the goddess.
For the loot. Got some Droug's head. No idea what you guys are smoking, but it's obviously not good. The guys who make the sounds. That is so weird. Oh, we're here. We might as well do the
Intruder.
I'm not an intruder, I'm an outtruder. Oh, wait. If I'm the intruder, does that mean you're the outtruder? Yes. Oh, we could do the Juddock mission, too.
For the goddess.
For the loot. Got some urins.
Sacrifice.
You are my sacrifice. Sacrifice to my glory. Aha! I said glory and I leveled up. We'll do is quickly, both characters will quickly head back to Glauberg. So we can each pick up the quest. I also need to de-loot too, so...
Yes, I am a cooper. Barrels, buckets, butter churns. Name it and I make it. It is not easy, mind you, but beer as good as ours deserves a proper sealed casket. Ah, I just wish my son would see it that way. He has no respect for the craft. The silly boy wanted to learn magic instead, but all our druids already have an adept. And with my wife taken away, who else is there to continue the family business? Have you seen? I have met that fellow Treveros, but I don't know him very well. Last time I saw him, he was heading south in a hurry.
Have her report back to her portal there at the thing.
Welcome to the Nimitan, stranger. Here we seek to commune with our gods and read their signs. But you are looking for more practical applications of our wisdom, are you not?
One could say that. Excuse me, one could say that.
May Sorona grant you health.
an outtruder. You know the Cooper side quest here kind of makes me think back to one of the side stories of the Spell Song cycle by L.E. Modisette Jr., wherein
It's my fault.
just a
I
second.
hated everyone. I just wanted to get away. I thought the cult could do something for me, could make me powerful. Also, I thought my father and the others just didn't understand them, just as they don't understand me. But they really are evil. When I refused to betray my own people, they planned to sacrifice me to Nerthus instead. You saved my life in the nick of time. I'll go and talk to my father and apologize. You came here to fight them, did you not? Beware of the ancients. With you stirring up a commotion as you do, I shouldn't have a hard time getting away. Thank you, hero.
Again, we'll have to head back to Glauberg. We might do the Guys side quest next episode.
Thank you so much for... I want to hold him here, but my senses tell me to stop.
Come on. I honestly wish I could use those stairs right there, but obviously, no.
Hail, foreign warrior!
Oh.
I hear you've come to win glory in battle. Good! With these Germains at our borders, there are enough heads for everyone to come. Go, warrior!
But yeah, it's going back to the thing is one of the side sort of a side quest for Anna, side mission, is that she has to deal with men who think that they are the complete managers of women.
Intruder.
I'm trying to remember the term that was used. I'm just blanking out. And that is one of Anna's gripes, is that do they not think that women can't think for themselves? And so, come on, ladies. So what happens is now bear in mind I haven't read the series in a while, but from what I remember, Daffod's friend Jenny, who is basically, an untrained music sorceress in the kingdom of Defalk. She can do magic, but she doesn't understand all of everything. She knows some of the principles, but she doesn't know all the intricacies. And so she oh, we just got something dropped. Let's take care of these threats first. Come here, Nixie. Oh, do I even have that? I don't think I do. Tootabird tunic? Don't forget the chest tree. Don't be a dum-dum. But, I don't think I have this. So anyway, after, of course, Jenny gets killed, and after she helps Daffod summon Anna, who herself is enduring trouble in Ames, Iowa, and she has to go. Anna has to go with Daffod, and after the battle between the Defalcons and in which Lord Brill and not Dom Jim, Barjim, that was it. Get killed. They run to Daffod's sister. God, what was her name? I'm blanking out. But they have to run to Daffod's sister, and what happens is that the equivalent of his brother-in-law, Daffod's brother-in-law, is another one of these sorts of guys who thinks, I'm better than, I can control women and all that. And so, Anna not only has to put him in his place, but she also causes, the, Cooper, who is one of the best friends of the brother-in-law, Anna has to deal with him, too. And so as I recall, he gets killed, and so Anna, the apprentice to the Cooper, takes over and decides, that This sorceress dame from the Mist World. That's their term for another world. It's the Mist Worlds are the Defalken, and that world's term for another planet that exists on another plane. And Brill describes being a powerful sorceress. He describes that there are multiple Mist Worlds. Is that it's just like the multiverse. It's essentially they have the ability. Powerful mages have the ability to see other worlds, but you can't take it. It's described as being very draining, and that's not done for long. At first, Anna is described as using a mirror, and she has to she very much has to hello over there, White Cat. She has to very much early on in her part of the series has to use multiple mirrors to be able to see what she needs to be able to see. And hello over there, White Cat. This is a good time. Yes. What I'll do, since this is we'll have, just to make sure that neither character goes bye-bye or gets stuck in a loop of death, because it's time to go ahead and take a break. So yeah, I'll finish explaining the stuff when we get back, guys, here in a few minutes. So yeah, go and stand up, stretch, get some to eat, get some drink, use the restroom. I'll see y'all here in a few minutes. Okay, guys, tree is back. Sorry it took me a few extra moments there. Just wanted to make sure I took care of something before I forgot. It's one of those, oh yeah, need to get this thing started, so don't forget that sort of thing, you know? So, yeah, that's the thing for, let's see, there we go, Lord Grind. I want him to go to his thing. His portal stone. So yeah. So yeah, it's going back to the spell song cycle. You know, Anna has to constantly deal with men who think that they can have complete and unrestricted control of women. Who think, you know, women are there. Not all men are like this, but a fair number are, it seems, in this series. And there are at the same... Hello? There are at the same time some very powerful women in the series. One of whom, of course, most notably is Anna herself. Well, yeah, she also ultimately has to deal with all these men and even women who are in positions of power, who are set in their ways, and who think that they know better. Come here. Come here. And so, you know, she has to deal with, and the Cooper is just one of these sorts of guys who thinks, you know, he knows better. And of course, ultimately, you know, Anna has to, you know, give him the big old beatdown. And of course, there's one of the ladies that she has to deal with that are in her area. Just a second, guys. Stretch time. Just a second. Of course, one of my roots starts itching. Ow. 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 So yeah, it's Anna has to deal with Lady Wendella of Stromware, one of the southern lands of Default. Is where is where Wendella resides, and all this jazz, and she is one of these bodies that, though she kind of helps Wendella out a little bit, restores her child to the line of succession for the Lord of Stromware. She's still a thorn in Anna's side, and for years, but she eventually manages at least to have Lady Wendella, if not outright supporting her, Anna, at least supporting, begrudgingly supporting Anna to help restore Default to its glory. And so that sort of thing is what happens, you know, is the stuff that happens. Let's go ahead and here start dealing with the ancient. The sky. Couldn't remember which ancient this was. I was brain farting. Come here, Mr. Skyman. Come here. Oh. Good loot. Oh, at least we got some good sellable stuff. Ow. G-root. So yeah, that's it's Quintology, 5 books in the series, and so what happens is the first 3 books of the series focus on Anna as the protagonist. And then the later pair of books focus on excuse me, Sekka, who becomes not only a powerful member of Default, the Lords of the 33, the ruling Lords of Default, but also becomes Anna's successor. I forget the name of the Lord, but it's Fosben, her father's name, and she also has a brother. But Sekka's father becomes is one of the early supporters of Anna. It's like in the first book and into the second, before his wife, and I'm forgetting the wife's name off the top of my head, where you know, she sort of poisons him behind his back, and she's also a thorn in Anna's side, but Anna eventually puts her in her place. I think she kills her. I think Anna kills her eventually. She's forced to, in order to keep the line of succession going and help keep things stable. So, you know, this dame is sort of described as being the plotting sort that, you know, when an opportunity arises for her to this lady of Sekka's mother, like I said, I don't remember her name. When the opportunity arises, you know, it's just like, I'm going to do this thing so I can get back to the basics, back to tradition, sort of thing. Excuse me, just a second. More stretching. Sorry about that. But of course, doesn't quite turn out that way for this for these gals and guys, and of course Anna of course becomes the sorcerer regent for Default for Jim Bob, son of Barjim, who is in turn, you know, the Lord of Default, who in turn is the son of Donjim, which would be Jim Bob's paternal great-grandfather. His paternal grandfather is Lord Jax, and he of course is another of Anna's early supporters. So there's all that.
Intruder.
Come on, dudes. Don't be too rash. But, there's that. Hello.
All right.
Yeah, basically Anna is having to face multiple enemies from within and from without. Default. Over the course of her leadership of Default. And one of the things that happens is, of course, is that they're trying to she and Jax, amongst others, trying to get Jim Bob not to have this point of view that's similar to a lot of the guys in Default, to not have this, treat women like equals, etc., 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 and be nice, jerk. And all this jazz. So, come here, jerk. Nope. Alright. So, yeah, that's his 2 of 4. Ooh, hello. Let's see, let me make double sure here. Okay, we have Lake and Sky on both characters. Ooh, not sure if I have that. But yeah, it's trying to force, Jim Bob to, be more equitable to women. Eventually marries,
A sacrifice.
All right.
I'm no sacrifice for you lot. But, eventually, he sort of does become the very thing they're trying to prevent him from becoming, and, it's, he thinks that he can, go along and, get the, stuff at, make a deal with the sea priests and all that.
Are you going north? No problem.
Sure, I get.
Until next time.
Greetings, stranger. I'm looking after these goods until my master, the great druid Artabots, returns from the forest. Can I interest you in something?
But of course, Sekka is one of those who, she's taken Anna's lessons to heart, and,
Sekellus be with you, stranger.
and, excuse me, but it felt good. Excuse me, but it still felt good. And, she, goes in and ultimately has to put Jim Bob in his place. She and her consort, Clarin, are able to put Jim Bob in his place. Together, they more or less kill him together. more or less kill them together, so... And, it's unfortunate, that Jim Bob becomes the very thing that, Anna and Jex tried to prevent. But at the same time, at least they had somebody in place to... They unknowingly had someone in place to defeat a number of the problems that they, knowing or otherwise or unknown, were able to deal with. Stop running away, dude. You're not gonna stop me. You're delaying the inevitable. There we go. And messed with Lady Grind a bit, and the server was lagging on her end there for a bit. But she has now been to the things, so updated, so huzzah. Organized right quick. All right. quickly head to...
You have slain all 4 of Nerthus's ancient shamans. The druids say they felt her rage rippling through the earth even here. You have served me well, but now it is time for you to move on. May Isis guide you. Have served me well, but now...
Alright. There we go. Go ahead and we'll have Lady Grind join us out at the the sanctuary. Just let me quickly bring Lady Grind up here. Might as well just go ahead and have her pilot through the cave system out here. Quickly duck back inside so we don't have her be quite so much at risk. Excuse me, but it felt good. I was glitching through that. So, next week, I will be releasing more information on this, definitely for next episode of City Building Saturdays, and next episode of Loot Grind. But basically, next week I'm going on vacation to, going to be making the very long drive for me. It's going to be hours long drive to Denver. I decided to make it a road trip. I know I could fly, but I'd have to, rent a car, and in addition to, flying, I would prefer, to not have to, to try and minimize the expenses as much as I can. And, so yeah, it'd just be easier to, nope. Sea Lords taken care of. But yeah, basically it's going to be a little bit of a road trip for me, and Lady Ground, go back to Glabug. Should be a lot safer there. Until such time as we get down over here. But yeah, I'm going on vacation. I will denote what days I'm going to be producing content, what days I won't be producing content, and all that. Hello there, White Cat. Just a second. You won't sell. But it will basically be through essentially anything past next Monday. So that means next week, basically next Thursday, next Saturday, next Sunday. But basically stuff for those 3 days will be not sanguine in terms of the loot, the stuff. Show up as a Taoist, and I'm a channeler.
Yes, stranger. We go to Skandir very often, yes we do. Cloth and food going up, furs and amber coming down. But not right now, no. No, really, we have our own problems. You really are in a hurry, are you? Well, let me... They took the beer. Definitely the beer. And my personal
Lady
supplies as
Gran
well.
is through
And
for her stuff.
yes, another bundle of cloth at least. If you really can...
But these jokers first. So yeah, it's those that like I said, greater details will be coming definitely on Loot Grind and CBS next week. Or later this week, I should say. By the time this comes out. Husks. And I just kicked the can. I just kicked the can. I just kicked the can. Time to summon the power of Lady Grind. See? See? In this case, her position is perfect. Her position is indeed perfect. Because of that, that's why. You two jerks, shut the heck up. And you two as well. There it is. Reclaim that XP. But yeah. into further detail later on about all that stuff. And then still in the process of working out some itinerary stuff. Is that you over there, White Cat? I think it is. Ooh, it's kind of nice. The vitality, resistance, the dexterity, the health regen, and +1 to all skills. That one's not bad. Not bad at all. It's pretty nice. Just a second. What cat wants back in, methinks? Just a sec. Alright. White Cat is hopefully back in for now, and hopefully he'll finish settling back down here on Tree Bed. So, yeah. Like I said, still hammering out some of the details, plans and all that. And, yeah, just don't want to, you know, spoil, you know, get myself too wound up about stuff too far in
can't hold
advance.
anymore.
No, I don't think I can carry anymore.
You can't carry anymore. You have no more room.
Let's see here. Can I reorganize anything? There's that. There's these. There we go. Let's go ahead here, quickly head back to Hindenburg. I know I got some stuff I want to deposit in the caravan.
Delivery all across the Celtic lands.
Put that there temporarily. So all that there.
Anything else? A pleasure doing business with you. Have a look. Goodbye.
So let's Lady Grind here quickly pick up a stolen box and go back to her portal so that she doesn't get left behind. Redrop her stone. Could have taken the ring and the torque there, but Brain was not in the thing there. No, want to go deeper back into the mountain. Now I'm thinking about to LOTR Two Towers when Gandalf defeated the Balrog, and he goes and says, you know, he's talking about defeating Durin's Bane, Come here. I smote his ruin upon the mountains. Darkness. I strayed out of thought in time. Stars wheeled overhead, and every day was as long as the life age of the earth. But that was not the end. But life. I had been sent back until my task was done. She has got her couple things, which allows me to pick up this second stolen barrel. Come on. Let's see which is come on. So act so high and mighty there, dude. I just wish that chest hadn't been a Loki chest. Quickly, send Lady Grind after the stuff we need for her part.
You have it all? Oh, and my beer! Stranger, you are indeed wonderful. Just give me a moment. You know what? Damn this storm. I have seen worse. We can go right now if you want. Color smiles on the blade.
Got Lady Grind there to go across.
Here we are, stranger. We made it after all, didn't we? You can find Jilfai's court just the other side of the beach. Or if you want to go further north, look for my brother, Nidbald. He runs that route.
Right now. All right. I think we'll do is we will do visit up here. Let's go visit Nidbald here. Nidbald.
Yes, I am a captain. But no, I'm not going anywhere just now. Wait, are you that foreigner Volbald brought along? He told me you got him beer. Maybe you bring me some too. Oh no, bad liquor. Fur gone liquor. Get me a tankard of that, then we can talk about me ferrying you. Did you get my fur coat liquor?
Okay, we'll have the. That's an idea. Just give myself an idea. We'll have both our folks explore town. Get the status update from the king, King Jilphi. King Jilphi. Obviously Loki in disguise. Wait, I didn't say that.
What do you have?
The Teutons are planning to move south.
Welcome, stranger. Look at our
I
shop.
should go with
My
them.
father is the best smith in town. You'll find no sharper blades. Come back soon.
Wait to talk to this dame right here about the 4 silver plates.
Life is tough up here, but not so bad, you know. Or at least it wasn't until our gods turned on us. Our king warned us that they can be deceitful. My family once had a king in it as well, you know. The Great King, they called him. Last of a line of kings descended from Freyr himself. That was long ago. But see this brooch? I inherited it from my grandmother, and she from hers. This here was his symbol, or at least I think it was. Of course, nobody here believes me, otherwise they'd have to show me some respect. Ha! Say that his line ended with no remaining relatives, but I bet if they looked in his barrow, they would find all kinds of things with that emblem on it. I'm not going in there, though. I may be getting old, but I'm not crazy. We bury our dead kings in hill barrows to keep robbers out, of course, but also to keep them in. Those who rise as Draugr have magic, you know, and are said to be invincible to weapons. Some claim their powers are limited to their barrows where they defend their possessions, but others say they leave them and ride on our rooftops on moonless nights. A few brave souls have spent a night among the barrows, hoping that their ancestors will guide them in their dreams. But they may get more than they bargained for, especially at the beginning of winter, when the world of the dead touches our own. Anyway, I'm not going near the Great King's grave, even if he is my ancestor. He is a Draug for sure. Now, where was I? You've brought something for our king? What is that? A plant? Well, go in then. But he'd better like it!
Can it be true? You are the one promised to us, the hero of the South, the vanquisher of titans and gods. When my daughter set out to find you, I didn't believe you existed. But here you are, and you brought to us the power of Nerthus. You are a blessing in a dark time, hero. Perhaps our salvation. The Einherjar, Wodan's personal army, comprising what I once thought were heroes, have been laying waste to our settlements and to our outmatched troops. I fear that the Aesir have tricked me once again. And this time, they have come for my land. Maybe all of our lands. But when correctly prepared, the magic of this mistletoe could help turn the tide in the defense of my kingdom. And beat them back to where they came from. There is more grave news, however. My daughter has not yet returned. If her plan was, as you say, then she should have arrived here days ago. Ilva is one of my most capable captains and a formidable warrior. But of course, she is also a prime target for my enemies. If she went missing on our home shores after traveling half the world to find you, I fear they may have kidnapped her. Or worse. I am at a loss at what to do about this. Though there is something. In a place to the northeast, known as Sithon, stands a sacred shrine where the Aesir had entered this world for the first time in ages past. This could be where they are coming from now, and where they may have taken her. We are not yet ready for open battle. But if you want to help find my little darling, please travel to this shrine and see what you can find out. Any clue could be helpful. This is our only trail just now. Yes, I am old. Old enough to have seen the Aesir's good side and also the bad. You have no idea. But this kind of betrayal is unprecedented. We will be working on creating weapon enhancements from the mistletoe. But what shall I do if they have my daughter? We will be working on creating weapon.
So, let's go ahead here. We'll, we're almost in a good spot here to stop for this episode, but 5 minutes left. Yeah. Make sure that Lady Grind quickly completes her walkabout. Get her, come on, go around the thing. Sure she's not like that tree. Don't be a dumb. Okay, she's at that fountain. Good, good, good. All right, gonna hop off Lady Grind here. That way I can do what we need to do next. I think we'll go visit the... let me quickly make sure that Lord Grind here is set up for his stuff. Good, good. Let's quickly go to Porjitstuf.
Good day. Hard to find the road in that cursed fog.
Quickly make a trip here to Gadir. Gonna quickly mute the game so we can see if we can't get anything. Let's get some Orbeez. Yeah, I've got all those. I just taking a quick look see at it. I was like, those are the ones I think I got. Yep. All right, let's see here. I'll call Donkey Dad. Come on, game, do your thing. Oh, can re-enable sound now. Duh.
Yes, all your stuff is here. All right.
Thing there, tree.
Our spears pierced the head of a man like a head of cabbage. Come back soon.
You'll see me again. You will most definitely see me again. Oh, why did I do that? Alright, check something there. I thought I heard a white cat moving, and yep, there he is. sec there, White Cat. I'll let you out.
Welcome, don't be a stranger.
Alright, guys, we're going to go ahead and end the episode right here. So I'll go ahead and finish processing this stuff off cam, of course. And process the stuff we need to process out for loot. So yeah, I do appreciate everybody who's come out. I'd like to remind those of you watching here on the YouTubes at youtube.com/OsageOrangeGaming to please remember to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon for notifications. It really does help. Make sure to also give a follow over on Twitch at twitch.tv/OsageOrange. Very much appreciated. Catch me whenever I'm live on with live streams there. So yeah, I do appreciate everybody who's come out, and I hope to catch y'all in the next episode. Ta-ta for now.